great racers on any surface, but especially Sheldon, Creed, and Keegan Kincaid, they are dirt specialists. You know, they grew up racing short track and things of that nature, and off-road trucks and dirt bikes and all kinds of things. So this is what they're used to. So a great opportunity for them to be running up through the pack and see them midway in this 12-lap race, at least midway up through the pack. Now, keep in mind, Matt, that this is a 12-lap main event. However, there will be a mandatory competition caution at lap 6.
So we're underway for the final time here in Sydney at Valvoline Raceway. Into one we go. The 57 will lead us upstairs. Matty Mingay is second, but look at Danny Reedy, fresh from the A main. Gets a big welcome to Stadium Super Trucks as we head down the back straight on lap 1.
See, Mingay dives to the inside, not able to make it stick as they got a couple trucks pile up. Must be really wet right down there on the inside as a bunch of trucks get all piled up. Now, Bill Hines in the Def Leppard Live Australian Tour truck out in front, but look what happened immediately. Two Traxxas drivers, Sheldon Creed, Keegan Kincaid, immediately move through the pack, second and third. That means trouble for everyone else.
Totally. And Bill Hines, this is the strongest showing we've seen from the former US Army vet as he comes around the final turn and leads them past this enormous crowd here tonight enjoying the MyPlate Stadium Super Trucks presented by the Daily Telegraph. It's Hines, it's Creed, we go back to Kincaid, and in the first of the Aussies, look at Gardner up to 4th position. He's coming on strong.
Our three guys started in the back of the pack. Gardner, Kincaid, and Creed all the way back. Now they're up front and ready and prepared to battle for the lead. As you see, Bill Hines develops a bit of a push, getting through that sloppy section. Hines jumps back out into the lead as he's leading lap number 2. This is the second time in his career we've seen Bill Hines out in front and leading the pack.
Here comes the showstopper. Here he comes. Challenge for the lead now as they head to this enormous jump that crisscrosses this course at Valvoline Raceway and takes the lead at the halfway mark of this, the 3rd lap.
And we haven't seen a lot of them yet tonight, but you see Mr. Robbie Gordon, bright orange Speed Energy Toyo tire, Traxxas, number 7, charging hard, just slapped an aggressive pass on Gardner.
He does this at all the rounds I've seen so far, Robbie. He saves the best till last. Now runs in 3rd, the former IndyCar and NASCAR star. Drove for the legendary AJ Foyt in his day as well. Down the back we go into 3. So Creed has a bit of a margin here. As
they dive back into the infield, Hines goes a little wide. And Robbie Gordon spins out. Very unfamiliar mistake for Gordon as he loops it around and allows the leaders to start checking out. Meanwhile, an amazing run by Bill Hines. I can't believe we're in lap number 3. Bill Hines is not giving up. It's said in the brochure. He's an old school guy, just an animal, never say die kind of fella. And here he is putting on a great race.
Another challenge as we head down to the bottom turn for 2nd and 3rd. And poor old Robbie gave the guy a big shout out, and all of a sudden he's running with no bonnet on the Speed Energy drinks number 7.
Now the hood is off of Robbie Gordon's truck, and the hood is about to come off on the super cheap truck of the dude, Paul Morris, and Burt Jenner. Burt Jenner, he's got his hood stuck up in his face. He can hardly see. Same thing's about to happen to the number 5 as well, as his hood is also coming loose.
And Reedy goes straight past him. That's bad luck for the number 50 machine. So body panel starting to peel away. That's pretty standard in Stadium Super Truck racing. Side by side now, the dude coming through. Where's Scotty Steele? We head down into the loop that brings us across the top.
Now be looking for Burt Jenner to get up and purposely start slamming into the rear end of the number 5 to try to rip that hood off.
Most other races you'd get black flag, but not in Stadium Super Trucks. And look at Robbie Gordon now. He's got the angry pills back in truck 7 as he chases down the dude, and Reedy gets into the action down here at the final turn.
As you see, a great race in the back of the pack. These guys are battling as body parts are flying off these trucks. Reedy's hood starting to pop up. Jenner having trouble in the Gladiator tire number 50 one more time with his hood in that faster section. Meanwhile, we've almost forgot about Sheldon Creed. He's off on his own running his race. 2 Traxxas trucks just checking out on the pack.
That's a good 3 to 4, maybe 5 second advantage to 2nd place. Now Gardner is 3rd, Scotty Steele is 4th. Then the dude runs in 5th. As he comes around, you're watching him with Gordon chasing as they head towards the big ramp right across the center of the infield. And Gordon makes the pass stick.
Now, I think the big race right here to watch is the race for 5th place in between Gordon and the Dude. Both grown men. They've been doing this a long, long time, and both very, very aggressive on and off the track. When push comes to shove, these guys are going to get real serious.
I just like we got two of the toughest guys running like this right now. If you ever to put Paul Morris into another category, this is the one. Very excited about his chance he's had the past couple of weeks. We watch them head down. This is Matty Mingay coming onto the back of the 83 of Matty Brabham down into the notorious top turn here now.
Nice see right now, Scotty Steele. He is right now is in P4 in the 4th place in the number 48 Def Leppard Live Australian Tour truck, trying to put a lot of pressure on Greg Gardner. Gardner saying, no way, Jose, I'm not giving up tonight, as they roll into our mandatory competition caution.
And that is just halfway home. Just like that, so we get to reset him. Get him back up behind our leader, who had a fairly big margin too there, Sean, right up to that competition caution.
Absolutely. You know, early on, lap number 1, as they go into turn 3 of the oval, dive to the inside into the infield. Real sloppy section right there. They weren't expecting it. The rest of the track is in beautiful condition. They got that sloppy stuff in there. A couple guys spun out, people all over the place. What happens? 3 of our fastest drivers, Gardner, Kincaid, and Creed, were all able to take advantage of that situation, move themselves up to the front of the pack, put some pressure on Bill Hines for the first couple of laps. Next thing you know, they're out in front and just checking out.
Don't leave your seats or your blankets or anywhere around this Valvoline Raceway. We stack them up under yellow. Coming back for the restart. We'll wish them well, folks. The final race of the night here at Valvoline Raceway.
6 laps left to go, 6 in the record book, 6 to go. As we see Traxxas on Traxxas out in front. Creed and Kincaid. Gardner wanting to get in the mix. But look out, we've got Scotty Steele, the Def Leppard Live, number 48, as, Robbie Gordon struggles one more time with that same turn. Gordon, an absolute animal when it comes to this close course truck racing. He's been doing it longer than anyone. His bag of tricks is very, very deep. We're going to see him start reaching down to that bag of tricks as he starts to put some pressure on the 14.
So the Def Leppard Live truck moves up into second and splits the Traxxas 2 up here at the final turn. So this has stacked the field up. Poor old Bill Hines finds himself at the rear after being caught up in the first one restart shuffle. Gardner, he's looking really good here, Sean. Looking really good inside the top 4 as he gets challenged by Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon drives it deep to the inside on turn number 1. Moving Gardner out of the way very politely as he slides Gardner wide, runs him up into the cushion, and now he's got his sight set on the leaders. Meanwhile, Scotty Steele makes work of Keegan Kincaid, moves into the 2nd spot, and has got his eyes on the lead.
Well, it was 1-1 coming into this, and the Americans flexing the muscles here in the final. Robbie Gordon, some serious airtime over this jump. How cool these pictures on our Aeroflow super screen.
Oh, and the dude, Paul Morris, gets front end low and really sideways over the huge jump. This is 35 meters just to make it to the sweet spot. Well over 120 feet in distance, and these guys are sending it.
Unbelievable. They make it look easy as Mingay and Gardner, you're watching now. Down the back straight they go, and Gardner gets sorted. He's going to miss the ramp. No, he clears it just, and now the dude buys into this. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, and the Gardner pulls a Gardner as he hits the ramp sideways, just like we saw last weekend down at Surfers Paradise Street Circuit. Gardner goes from running up front so well to starting to get a little tired in that truck, perhaps. This is a long physical race.
And this is going to hurt Gardner, no question. Puts him to the rear. Got Brabham and Reedy running inside 8th and 9th position. Then it's Hines.
Now, right now, points-wise, we've got Keegan Kincaid in 3rd. We've got his teammate Creed in 1st. They're tied for points right now. Then Scotty Steele, he's right in the mix. Scotty Steele has to win this race in order to have a chance on winning the overall for the night.
So it's far from done as this trio head back into the infield section of Valvoline Raceway. Robbie Gordon's still not out of this. It's only going to take a small mistake from this trio, and he's going to be right back into flavor country.
Here we are, a good handful of laps left to go as Robbie Gordon sees the three young drivers in front of him, knows he's got to make quick work. Robbie Gordon needs to at least get up, I believe, to second place in order to win the overall and gain points on Sheldon Creed for the overall 2015 point championship, which is going to be decided next week in Las Vegas.
Down here, truck has gone on its side. Truck on its side here on the approach to the ramp, and we're going to go yellow. It's the dude that's gone over. So Paul Morris, the 2014 Bathurst 1000 champ, is on his side. And we're under yellow with a couple of laps remaining.
As you see him up on his side, not really a big deal here at Stadium Super Truck Racing. These trucks are tough, and the drivers are even tougher. As you see him there, up on his side, not a big problem here as they'll roll him back over, and I would imagine the dude's going to fire that truck back up, get right in the back of the pack, and charge as hard as he can for these last few laps.
We saw this at Adelaide, didn't we, Sean, when Charles Durrance rolled on the formation lap, going out there, and all the trucks got out and actually helped, all the drivers got out the trucks and helped him down there at the bottom corner.
That was the first thing, I think, in V8 Supercar racing that they've ever seen drivers get out of their race car to help another driver out.
So weird for us to see that. We wouldn't do that.
No, it's such a good group of guys here. You know, they're all really good buddies and things. They get along well. They care about one another. You know, when the helmet goes on, just like any other race car, race truck driver, a lot of that stuff goes out the window, but they still remember they're not just racing for a purse, but they're racing to have a good time. And you know, you got to watch out for one another. Safety is #1 in Stadium Super Truck Racing, just like it is here at Sydney Speedway.
Good news is that the dude is going to take his position behind Danny Reedy, who subbed in for Brett Thomas. And we wish the Brett's a recovery. He raced that truck up at Surfers Paradise last weekend at the Gold Coast 600 event. The TFH, Temporary Fence High, Illuminated Industries, #5 at the back. But watch these three and Robbie Gordon at the front. Closing stages of the final race, the Stadium Super Trucks.
And they are off, 3 laps left to go. Matt Mingay has now moved up through the pack. Mingay sitting in the 4th spot. He's been kind of a sleeper tonight, hanging towards the back in this particular race. Now he has an opportunity as Robbie Gordon dives to the inside. Gets by Kincaid, moves Steele out of the way, causes all kinds of melee. Meanwhile, Sheldon Creed is still out in front. Scotty Steele not going to be happy with the boss man himself as Robbie Gordon just moved him right out of the way into the 2nd place.
Oh, how much grip have we got down the bottom here as they turn the loop across the big jump. So that's what would have got Morris out before. So there will be some controversy over this one as Matty Brabham is all over the back of Matt Mingay. He was very good last weekend up at Surfers Paradise.
Huge news here, 2 laps left to go. Where is Bill Hines? He's sitting in a top 5 position right now. Absolutely mind-blowing for him. Bill has been running so well this week, or these last 2 weeks here in Australia, as we see a problem with Mingay's truck, the Hot Wheels #2, possibly having a mechanical issue, pulling off to the side. And here's the battle. We've seen it before. The Gordon-Creed battle out in front for the lead.
And Mingay's decided to call it quits. He's headed back into the lane. Meantime, 1st and 2nd, it's absolutely game on here now as Gordon all over the back of the showstopper as we come down to the final turn. And it'll be white flag, 1 lap to go.
As you see him, great battle out in front. Now we're going to see, is Robbie Gordon going to be a gentleman about this? He wasn't. So, Gordon slides to the inside. Creed back, gets him again. They swap paint one more time. The young man, the party starter, the showstopper, Creed says, absolutely not. I'm not going to let that happen. As Gordon dives to the inside, can he make it stick, Matt?
Oh, he's got it through at the moment, but I get the feeling there's going to be a last turn charge here. Gordon will lead us down for the big jump over the infield for the final time here in Sydney. Oh, big moment. He unloads the Speed Energy drinks #7. He's going to have to go around again.
Oh, and Gordon has to drop back, not having the speed he needs to make it over that jump. That was not dirty at all. That was stadium truck racing right there, folks. And the checkered flag is out for the showstopper, Sheldon Creed.
Wow. Matty Brabham will get home for 2nd position after all of that. Bill Hines will be 3rd. Unbelievable. Greg Gardner with the hood peeling off the Toyo Tyres Clipsal 500 entry is next. And poor old Robbie Gordon pulling up down here. His race cut short, just didn't have the momentum to take him up over the top. My goodness me, they're still shaking hands down here. And the showstopper, Sheldon Creed, picks up the win here in Sydney. How about putting your hands together, Valvoline Raceway, the My Plates Stadium Super Trucks presented by the Daily Telegraph. What a great night.